Hello, I'm Michele Cooper from Keto Fitness Club. So we're doing Megga bread this morning. So this is I'm very passionate about this bread. So this is in Creative Bakes, page 26, or you'll find it in the free recipe library at Keto Fitness Club. I'm always playing with this bread, and this is a fast version. So I'm going to crack on. I'm not going to talk much today like I normally do. This is super quick. You can only, at the moment, you can only do this with the bread rolls. When you do the loaf, it needs the structure, it needs the proving, it needs the mixing, but you don't with this, and it works really, really well. And I've not weighed out the ingredients because you can do this in 30 minutes flat or less, including weighing out. So you're going to need 100 ml of boiling water straight into your, I'm using the 3-in-1 Ninja, which is superb. I do prefer to use the plastic blade in this because it actually is specifically for bread, but actually this works fine too. So 100 grams, I always weigh water rather than measure. Okay, 100 grams of boiling water, or thereabouts. And 140 ml or grams of water, of cold water, or thereabouts. Okay, so we've got 240 grams of water. To this, I'm going to add a sachet of dried yeast. I'm going to add 7 grams of honey, but you can add any sugar. We've also got coconut sugar as well, so just 7 grams. I love this because it just all goes straight into the mixing bowl. So 7 grams thereabouts. Olive oil, 30 grams. And then finally 2 eggs. It'll be your dad.
Extra calcium.
Okay, I'm just going to whisk this all up now, just till it's nice and frothy. And now we're going to add all the other ingredients. The only advice I'd say here is don't add the psyllium husk until last. The reason is the psyllium husk will go in here and it'll want to expand, and you don't want that to happen until the rest of the ingredients are in. So I will do the vital wheat gluten, which is 190 grams. I actually weighed this out already. Always set to 0. 70 grams of your chosen ground nuts or ground seeds. I really like linseed, so 70 grams. Half a teaspoon of xanthan gum.
Yeah.
3/4 to 1 teaspoon of Himalayan salt. Psyllium husk.
So have you tried this with, because you can normally replace psyllium with oat fibre or milled chia seeds?
I haven't yet. In theory it should work exactly the same. So 10 grams of psyllium husk. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to mix it up for 1 minute 30, but I just like to sort of get it going first, so I put it on high and then I turn it down to the lowest setting on your food processor. So give it a quick mix on high. So one thing I will say, do not leave your machine alone. So it's 1 minute 30. Don't overmix, don't do any longer than that, it's not needed. If you overmix, it just totally changes the structure of the bread, and this just seems to work really well. Okay. So, I suppose I could have done it on that plastic thing, couldn't I? So this dough likes to stick to everything. So the other thing you need is a bowl of water to keep dipping your hands in, because it will stick to anything it touches but water. So water is really good. So, yeah, so dip your hands in the water, and this is why I like the plastic blade for this, because I'm going to have to pull everything out, and the plastic blade I feel safe with.
So just be ever so careful.
Ever so careful. Next top tip is wash this immediately, because it will like to stick to it. But for now, I'm just going to stick it in water. Okay, so now you've got this beautiful, beautiful dough. Okay, So I'm going to make 6 baps today. So chop it in half and just roughly get the same size. If you're counting macros, weigh it out and make it even, then you'll know exactly what you're getting. Okay, so that side, hands, and now I'm just going to make up the individual rolls, only ever so roughly. Just tuck them underneath. If you're using regular dough, you actually roll it like that, and it just naturally goes into a beautiful bread roll. I did a bakery course once, but this is too sticky. So I just tuck all the bits underneath and just sort of create those. Right.
So can you, obviously we're using the Ninja grill.
Yes.
Can you do it in a normal oven, or does it have to be?
Yes, you can. In fact, when I first started doing it this way, I didn't have my Ninja grill. So I love my Ninja grill so much, and it's just so... I'll probably need to do a little bit of a note on here to say you might need to cook it a little bit longer, but it's still all under 30 minutes. So, there. Wet your hands again. Place them in there. It's really important that you flatten these. If you don't flatten these, you'll have something like cannonballs or lobbers. Lobbers, as I like to call them.
30-minute cannonball.
They do, honestly. They're a force of nature, these rolls. Okay, so I'm just going to sprinkle them. I'll tell you what I really like is a mixture of poppy seeds and sesame seeds. So sprinkle them on. Wet hands again, and just flatten them. Be brave, flatten them. Don't be shy, because they will. You can
see how springy the dough is.
Yeah, so they will still. If you overmix, if you do say 2 minutes, they will expand beyond recognition, and then they will shrink once they're cooked. It just happens. Okay. So I'm going to preheat the Ninja grill, and then these are going to go in for 15 minutes at 180 on bake. If you're using a regular oven, exactly the same, 180 to 190 depending on your oven. It is one of those things, I know exactly how it works for my oven and my Ninja grill. Play with it, you might need to adapt it, you might, I would also say top shelf, because you want where the most heat is. If your oven is more heat at the bottom, put them on the bottom, have a play with it. Okay, so in they go. Minutes, I'll show the timer, so it's okay. Okay, so this is what I do for the Ninja, because the Ninja cooks really well on top. Sometimes it doesn't quite get the base, so I flip them over. Look at those, and they're still lobbers. So I just flip them over, so it's lovely and crisp all the way around. So it's basically 20 minutes cooking time. So sometimes they might shrink into themselves, it just totally depends, and at the moment I can't say why it sometimes does that. I would say I have a 95% success rate with these, but they're still totally edible. And let's see what happens in 5 minutes.
There.
Okay, oh, look at those. So here we have, and quite fitting with the name of the recipe, Megga. Megga rolls. You know, they're a little bit deformed occasionally because they like to go off in a different direction, and if I wanted them to be super neat, I probably wouldn't do this way, but I just love this way so much, and you know, who cares if they've got a little knobbly bit coming up here? They're rustic.
Yeah, I was going to say, we always say rustic.
Yeah. And there we have. And almost the trademark of these rolls is you have to have a little bubble, but there you can shove a little bit of extra ham in or something. So a little bit of cheese as like a little surprise
cream
pocket.
Cheese.
Cream cheese, perfect. A little cream cheese bubble. So, and there we have it. It's beautiful. Okay, thank you very much for watching today. Good luck and enjoy.